I mean, when you have low IQ people like Crockett, she's a very low IQ person.
The studio fell silent for a heartbeat before the storm. Jasmine Crockett lifted a single printed page, her voice steady but charged. "This," she said, "is the email that Donald Trump never wanted America to read." The audience murmured. Camera lights burned across her face as she read aloud the header. From Donald J. Trump. Subject, handle Crockett situation. Every word carried weight. Trump's own insult had come full circle. The woman he mocked was now holding his words against him. Live in front of millions. She paused, scanning the crowd. "He called me low IQ," she continued, "but this message proves he was terrified of truth, not intelligence." On the monitors behind her, fragments of the leaked text appeared. Instructions to pressure producers, to silence journalists, to neutralize Crockett before the hearings. The tension thickened. Reporters in the control room leaned forward. Even rival networks broke into the broadcast. The sound of typing filled the air as the story began to spread in real time.
Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Okay, we know that. Yes, yes. He is. He is. He is.
The words echoed through the studio like a punchline turned weapon. Jasmine didn't flinch. She looked straight into the camera. "Now let's read what he wrote when he thought nobody was watching." Her tone dropped lower, sharper. In this email, Donald Trump tells his media advisor to shape the narrative before Crockett speaks again. He writes, "Get Fox to spin it, and CNN will follow. They always do." A gasp ran through the audience. Commentators began whispering off mic. One producer covered his mouth in disbelief. Jasmine continued, "This isn't politics. This is control, pure manipulation, written in his own words." Her phone buzzed. Live reactions flooding social media. Hashtags exploded. Even as she spoke, viewers were screenshotting the letter, posting fragments of Trump's own sentences. The screen behind her showed tweets rolling in, #Trump. Leak, #Crockett. Live, #truth email. The noise built like a rising tide, but Jasmine's voice cut through it with precision. "America deserves to know what power looks like when it panics," she said, holding the email high. "This is what fear writes."
Stops right here and stops right now.
Jasmine leaned closer to the microphone. "Do you hear that?" she said, holding up another page. "This is how he ends the email. Stop her right here and stop her right now." Those are his exact words. The studio gasped again. The message wasn't just political, it was personal. A direct order to silence her. "Donald Trump tried to stop me," Jasmine continued, but he forgot something. When you try to bury the truth, it grows teeth." She let the words hang in the air. Screens across the nation replayed the moment in slow motion. Crockett's calm defiance, the paper trembling slightly in her hand, the sound of live history being made. At that very moment, major outlets confirmed that the email address and timestamp matched the Trump campaign's internal correspondence. Fact-checkers lit up the ticker. Verified, authentic source. The crowd erupted, not in applause, but in disbelief. Someone in the audience shouted, "He's finished!" But Jasmine didn't smile. "This isn't about finishing him," she said. "It's about finishing the lie."
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
The screens behind Jasmine flickered, a live feed cutting in. Donald Trump's face filled the broadcast, red, furious, unfiltered. His voice thundered, "This is fake, completely fake. CNN should be ashamed." The sound blasted through the studio speakers, raw and frantic. Jasmine didn't blink. "Mr. Trump," she said calmly, "this email came from your own server. Your signature, your words." Trump leaned forward on screen, jabbing his finger toward the camera. "You're lying. You're a disgrace. You and your so-called sources are part of the witch hunt." Jasmine raised the page once more. "Then tell America why your name is on it." The studio went dead silent. He opened his mouth to answer, but the feed froze mid-yell. His face stuck between anger and fear. The control room erupted with shouts. Technicians scrambled as thousands of viewers flooded comment sections. Jasmine turned back to the audience. He wanted to call this fake, she said, voice steady. But truth doesn't buffer. The crowd reacted instantly, gasps, nervous laughter, then applause breaking through the tension. For the first time that night, she allowed herself a small, deliberate smile. Her name rolled from the monitor speakers, Trump's voice again, caught in an old clip replayed by producers in real time. The repetition hit like an echo of defeat. Jasmine faced the camera one last time. "He remembers the name now," she said softly. "Not because I shouted louder, but because truth finally spoke for itself." She placed the printed email on the desk in front of her. This isn't about one message. It's about a system built on intimidation, silence, and fear. And tonight, the silence broke. Outside the studio, the story was already unstoppable. News tickers, trending tags, headlines flashing, Crockett reads Trump's email live. Supporters flooded the streets with phones raised high, capturing history in motion. Even Trump's loyal pundits hesitated, unsure how to defend what the world had just witnessed. Jasmine looked directly into the lens. "Power isn't measured by how loud you shout," she said. "It's measured by what survives when you're done shouting." The music swelled. The lights dimmed. And as the broadcast ended, her words lingered across millions of screens, a reminder that sometimes the truth doesn't need to be found. It just needs to be read aloud.